welcome to Crawford Hill Jewellery, Jess, and thank you for coming along and agreeing to be interviewed on the Gold Couch. We really appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me in.
It's been a little while since we met you. I think maybe about 2 years, do you think?
It's been quite a while now.
Yeah, when I randomly messaged you one day and asked if you'd like to be a Crawford Hill brand ambassador, and you were like, what does it involve? And I was like, I'll give you free jewellery. She's like, okay.
Sold.
Yeah, so you've come a long way since I met you. You were rehoming thoroughbreds off the track.
Yeah, still doing that.
You're still doing that?
On a slightly smaller scale, but I'm still doing them. So
yeah, because you had record numbers. Was it last year?
Probably the year before now. Yeah, we sold 151 horses in a year. So
wow,
it was quite a lot. Probably
That's
more
incredible.
down the sort of 60 to 80 sort of numbers in the last couple of years with a bit of a change of direction. But yeah, still sending them through. So
very good. So just touching on the racing industry, you've done a complete turn. When I first met you, you were doing the rehoming, but you were also show jumping.
Yeah, so still show jumping, just kind of had a little bit of a change into training gallopers as well. I don't quite know how it happened, but I had a share in a racehorse that was going really good and still is going good at the time with another trainer. Had a lot of rehomers through that I thought would be quite fun to play with, and so there's a really dangerous site called Gabble House where you can buy horses online to race, and it's a bit of an issue, but yeah, got a bit of a cool team going now and have some really lovely owners on board too, so yeah.
Good. So what would you say would be the most rewarding aspect of rehoming thoroughbreds?
I think watching them go on and having another career after racing. I mean, they have a great time on the track. A lot of the horses are really well looked after and they do have a great life while they're racing, but having a second career, I mean, a lot of them finish racing really young, so seeing them go on and do other things and perform well in sport is really cool.
As a show jumper turned racehorse trainer, what would you say would be the key aspects of getting yourself mentally prepared to take a horse to the races?
I think accepting that there's lots of lows along with the highs. We've had a pretty levelling 12 months heading into the last sort of winter races starting. I've run a lot of last places, and then I guess it's just having your horses happy and sound and confident. You know you've done everything you can do, and it's kind of up to the horse and the jockey on the day to deliver. But yeah, I think knowing that you're sending horses ready to race and yeah, going from there, and we've had a really good run since the winter horses started running, so it's been pretty cool.
So you've had a few highlights of late.
Yeah, I had my first winner a few meetings ago. The horse was running out of his grade and it was for a great group of owners, so that was really cool, and the horse came from an old mentor of mine that passed away sort of December last year, so to get that horse there and win with him was awesome, and then yeah, followed it up next race meeting with another winner, so it's been pretty cool.
Very good. Yeah. One to watch. So how would you say that your experience in competitive show jumping has helped to shape your career in racehorse training, or are they completely unrelated, or do you sometimes think like, no, I've got this, I've been here before?
I think there's similarities, but also it's a whole different ball game racing. The jumpers have quite a different prep into into a competition than the racehorses do. I spent a lot of learning and sort of redeveloping how we produce them. I think having some sport horse knowledge to come into the racehorses, it gives them something a little bit different and hopefully helps us turn around a few that maybe aren't performing for some reason, get them stronger in a different way. But I think the racing also crosses over and helps get the jumpers fitter, and we probably work them a little bit differently to how I used to, but I think it's positive in both areas. They both sort of complement each other.
So Jess, as you well know, there's highs and there's lows in the equestrian world. So would you like to share with us perhaps one of your highs?
I think probably the biggest high was winning the South Island Mini Prix Series with a horse called Emilio MSH in the 2020-2021 season. I bought him as a 10-year-old bronc off Facebook, off a fairly unflattering advert, and he ended up being an absolute superstar for me. He made my show jumping career, so that was definitely a massive high. and then retiring him and starting again with babies has been very levelling, to say the least, but they're coming through and hopefully can get back to having some competitive jumpers in the ring, so yeah.
And the lows?
I think I've spent the last 2 seasons cantering around ring 3, which has been pretty levelling, to say the least, having an absolute ripper season with Milo and then going from being at sort of towards the top of the sport to really at the very bottom of it, sort of trying to rebuild, and then having some of the young ones coming through not get there for various reasons, and there's been plenty of setbacks. It's been a long time since I've been in ring 1, it feels like, but
Well, thank you for sharing that. It seems to be a familiar story here today.
Yeah, I think it's pretty common. I mean, we all go there at some stage. I think we all ride the highs and we all ride the lows, and it's having a good team around you to make the lows a little bit more bearable, and just looking for the positives in all of it. I mean, I've probably had more fun last show jumping season playing on babies in ring 3 than I'd actually had the season before, when I was still kind of wishing I was back in ring 1 already, so yeah.
So Jess, thank you so much for coming and talking to us today. I really appreciate it, and thank you for being a brand ambassador for Crawford Hill. I love watching your antics through your Facebook page, and I was really, really thrilled when I saw you had those wins at the end of the season. So as a thank you from Crawford Hill, we would like to give you one of our new jump rings with a little diamond set in the corner there for you. So I hope this brings you luck.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me on the team. You guys are really supportive, and it means a lot. So
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.